In this video we are going to quickly look over this Minolta SRT 201 35mm SLR camera equipped with the MC Rocker X f1.7 50mm standard lens. This is very similar to the camera that I learned photography on, and I just thought that we would test it out. We'll fire the shutter a few times, and we're going to actually step down through them. So here's at 1/1000th again, 1/500th, 1/250th, 1/125th, 1/60th, 1/30th, 1/15th, 1/8th, 1/4th, 1/2, 1 full second, and the bulb setting, where the lens stays stopped down and the shutter stays open, the mirror stays up as long as I hold the button, and then it continues to cycle. Let's take the lens off and just look in that mirror box again with it on the bulb setting. Shutter's open, mirror's up, everything looks good. And then let's look at the lens. Very nice smooth focus, typical of these Minolta lenses. Nice clicks on the aperture ring, and if we set it to f16 we can see the blades are there, quick and snappy. I don't see any oil on them from the back side or from the front. They look really good. Again, very nice and quick. Nice example of the lens. It comes with this screw-in lens cap, so this will also prove that filters will screw in properly. Metal cap. Lens mounts onto the camera properly, like that. Let's take the cap back off. One more thing to test here is the stop-down preview. We can see that's working. And then let's set this at a higher speed and do the self-timer. Okay. Very nice, heavy, well-constructed camera. I first started shooting with one of these in 1979, and I loved the manual exposure and handling a camera like this. Really nicely made. Here we see the inside. The shutter is working well. Film transport is good. The back is good. A little bit, not too much light seal material. These usually are pretty good. There's a little bit of residue. Probably wouldn't need to be overhauled yet. The shutter on this one is so strong that everything about it is really nice. Good metal rewind crank. The bottom is in good condition. You can see, if I can get the light just right, there's a little bit of hunting and pecking for the tripod socket, we can see, so somebody used it on a tripod. Here's the meter on-off switch. The battery check. There's no battery in it. The only thing to watch out for on this model is that this uses a battery that was originally issued in a different voltage than the current cell is, and so the meters are off unless you deal with that somehow, and there are various ways online about that. That, I think, is the only thing that should be a possible hindrance to using a Minolta SRT. Just very well made cameras. I much prefer this to, say, a Pentax K1000 for an all-manual heavy camera. It's got the hot shoe, a nice film counter over here. Maybe just the slightest little dings on the corner here. Looks pretty good. and it has this Minolta strap with the Minolta logo here in Japan. It fits right there. You can set the ASA value right here by pulling up on the window here, and it goes up to 6400 and down to 6. And I think when I was shooting it was either set at for about 125 or 400 were my choices. Today you'd probably use 200 with 200 speed film. Wonderful camera, should take great pictures, and the only thing you need to be a little bit concerned about is how you're going to deal with the exposure. And there are ways to do that. Read about them online. Thank you.